Hey guys, Dr. Castillo here again. Wanted to give you just a quick story. So I had a patient come in today. Typically with Spanish speakers, what I find is that there are two types of Spanish speakers. Spanish speakers that come in the United States and they stay, okay? And then there are other Spanish speakers that kind of bounce back and forth, and they either have citizenship in another country close by. So for example, if we're in the US, we're talking probably Mexico is a pretty common occurrence. So somebody that has citizenship in Mexico and has some sort of form of identification here in the United States, and they bounce back and forth. But due to just the nature of their life, they're really only here to do a couple things, right? They're usually only here to work, live, like exist. We're talking just four corners, like the sleep, just where to sleep, where to buy groceries, where to get the necessities. And these people really don't venture out to a lot of places unless absolutely necessary. So I had a patient that came in, and I'm like, hey, where are you from? Oh, and he says, oh, I live here with my daughter. And then I said, well, where do you live usually? And he's like, oh, I live in Mexico. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. You know, and he had talked to me about how he had been to chiropractors there, physiotherapists, that type of thing. And so he kind of understands chiropractic, and he was very open to it. And I did a day one on him. I could tell that his Spanish was just a little different. So I had to really pay attention to see if there were any colloquialisms or any words that were maybe a little bit different, or if I needed clarification. And luckily the day one went smoothly. I didn't have to ask my front desk for any translation. But as we were going through the process in general, he asked me, hey, doctor, could I refer my brother to the clinic? And I'm like, sure. I mean, that's totally fine. You could definitely refer him. And it's funny because as we chatted, I kind of figured out, like, birds of a flock together, right? So I kind of put two and two together, and I know that he has other people that are close to him that kind of do the same thing that he does. You know, bounces between Mexico and the States, depending on where they have family to live. He happened to have family to live here in Minnesota, and then he also has a house in Mexico. So as you can understand, there's a lot of value to learning Spanish, getting good enough, getting dangerous enough, just a little dangerous enough to be able to communicate with Spanish speakers, because then you become a really valuable resource for them, specifically in the chiropractic realm. Chiropractic is of high value, as opposed to in the United States. In general, chiropractic is kind of marginalized still, but I would say growing, in my opinion. I'll be positive about that. So I wanted you to just understand that, you know, if you're a chiropractic student or chiropractor and you want to learn a little bit more about Spanish and how it could impact your chiropractic practice or potential practice, feel free to obviously subscribe if you want more videos like this. Comment below if you liked it, or if you want a recommendation, like the video, and reach out to me if you'd like more information on how to implement Spanish in your chiropractic practice. I like to make it easy for my clients, and if you're open to learning Spanish, I'm always willing to help. Once again, Dr. Castillo, I'm going to sign off, guys, and on to another vid.